and welcome to season 6, episode 1 of The Whistle with Coach Hart and Coach Pollock. Six
Episode one.
seasons.
6 seasons, baby.
Episode 1.
We have some great news to start out with.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna let Coach. I want to steal his thunder, but I'm gonna let Coach Pollock do that part. As you see, I'm in my leisure wear because I'm getting ready to go on the road and go talk to some buffs.
That's right.
All right, and this is just my leisure wear, guys, because when I go to the airport, I don't like to get asked a lot of questions.
That's right.
You
Absolutely.
know, and people getting in our business about what we're trying to do. I'm incognito.
Incognito.
Right now. You feel me?
SAT word of the day.
SAT.
We already got one.
They got one. So that's why I'm dressed like this, because I'm gonna get ready to, and then I'm gonna go find us some new buffs to make us just that much better.
I really thought you were going to say incognito because that's what we call it back home.
What we do, and I started to, and I remembered how many mess ups we've had on this show, and I was like, you know what? It ain't gonna be me. Like what Coach Prime say, it ain't gonna be because of me.
It ain't gonna be because of me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I let Pollock, I let Uncle Neely take that. All right, I'm gonna start
I
off
can't
right.
take that. I can't do
what
that.
Can't you take? What you
I
can't
can't take that.
What you can't do?
Just
Tell me.
I just can't.
Just say what you can't do. Whisper it to me.
Not gonna do it.
Whisper it right
Not
here.
gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
Oh
it.
man, it's been 6 seasons. There's been a lot of changes over 6 seasons.
Yes.
But we get to announce, as you alluded to, Coach Hart,
Some
a
very
big
great
change
news.
for this one.
Yeah.
Our man from the Whistle,
Man.
Coach Pollock, is coordinating special teams now.
Yep.
The coordinator.
I appreciate it, man.
People-
I'm excited.
Understand this coordinator. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if y'all done y'all research or y'all know about this man here. But coming from Georgia, big ball state. You know, all the resources he has, the games he's won, the awards he's done, the many kids he's gotten to the NFL and developed and gotten there. Master organizer.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very much a, you know, it's one of those natural leader. That's what I'm trying to look for. I'm gonna say it easy. Natural leader. Sometimes you got a little bit of leadership and you got to get some fine tuning. Natural leader here, and he did something for us that I know none of you guys knew because we can't take y'all into the team meetings. But we would have some of the best situational, or as far as rules go in the sport of football, NCAA or NFL, best cut-ups and speeches done by this man here.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a talent to be able to do that. So him being the coordinator, and I'll be sitting in that room, which I love everybody in that room, but I think it's just going to make us that much better from a standpoint of getting things rolling in the right direction. Not saying anything about anybody else. That's not what I meant.
Right.
What I'm just saying is it's exciting to have a man of that nature who's done a couple of different things in this sport be able to be the coordinator.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I'm honored for Coach giving me the opportunity, man.
Yeah,
It's-
baby.
You know, anytime Prime gives you his, you know, so his you know, approval and his trust, that means a lot. And you know what? He didn't just do it for me this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he did it. He promoted Gunner up to O-line coach and
Yeah, he
Big
did.
George doing O-line. And then, you know, T-Rob is moving over to the running backs. So, and then Coach Helo's moving to outside linebackers, I guess. Is that what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's just a great situation when you work for a guy that the first place he looks to improve the staff is from within.
He's within, yes.
You know,
Yes.
I believe that he very much rewards loyalty, and I appreciate it. It's a great opportunity. I'm excited. I can't wait to get started. You know, we've brought in some talent. We brought in some kicking talent. We got, you know, I tell you what, we brought in Buck Buchanan, the kickoff specialist from Louisiana Tech. And as a matter of fact, my man Neely and them have coined a new phrase. Instead of calling them touchbacks, we're going to call them touch bucks.
That's right.
You know?
Touch books.
Touch
Yeah,
books.
touch books.
You know, so
That's
I kind of
where it
like
starts,
that.
man.
You know,
Touch books.
I tell you what, he was third in the country last year in kickoffs.
Yeah.
Third in the country. And we got him here in Colorado.
It's
Amen.
hard.
Amen.
It's hard to run one back when it lands in the stands.
And no doubt.
Touch books.
And he was doing that in
I
Louisiana
like that.
Yeah.
with all that humidity. Imagine what he gonna do
A
here.
little altitude on the side.
I got a little altitude, some thin air.
Yeah.
You're gonna be hitting that Colorado, that little slope.
Yeah.
And the
We
end
need
zone.
we need to sign one of the balls like they did in Texas Tech with the tortillas and put
Oh.
Yo Mama on it,
Oh yeah.
and then kick
Yeah.
it into the visiting
Exactly.
team's crowd. You know?
Yes. I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
I think
idea.
that'd be good.
A touch book.
Only thing
With
that's
With a signed touch book.
A signed touch book.
only thing that's gonna slow his balls down here at the home games.
Pause.
Sometimes it's a pause, big pause. Only thing that's gonna slow his kicks down.
Woo, boy, we starting off
Is-
season 6 right.
Normally it's a nice thick cloud of smoke in that end zone.
Yeah. There's a little purple haze
Yeah,
under in the
yeah.
end zone. So you know, when you kick it back toward this way,
Yeah,
it tends to go further.
yeah.
You know,
They
but
go towards
there,
that Colorado.
it goes toward that Colorado sign. There's a
There's
little
fog in there.
a fog that's holding it back. But we're gonna be all right. So,
absolutely.
Buck assured me that's not gonna affect him.
Well, Coach, man, congratulations on
I
the
appreciate
appointment. Coach Prime had plenty of positive words to say about why
Absolutely.
he made the decision, about as hard as articulated, detail-oriented. So everyone's looking forward to it in Buff Nation, man. Get your
And I'm
fingerprints
excited.
on it.
We're
And I
excited.
try to tell folks this wasn't just some happenstance. You've been an AD, you've been a head coach, you've been a coordinator,
That's right.
tight ends, running. I mean, you've done this.
Right.
You know football,
That's
and
right.
so he didn't just pick a guy because you got good
That's
hair.
right. That's right.
That
Well, you
helped
know
now.
what? I tell you what. Besides
They got good.
Coach Prime, and I could be wrong, and if I apologize because I've not seen everybody's resume on staff. But I think me and my man here, are the only two guys besides Coach Prime that's been a head coach.
Yeah,
I believe that's the
That
case.
might be true.
I believe that's the case.
That might be true.
And
I'm
I'm gonna tell you something.
That might be
A
true.
lot of people have
Let me go
no
around real
idea.
quick.
I'm looking at faces.
I'm
Coaching
thinking-
staff, you'll be correct now. Total staff, David Kelly's been one.
That's right. David Kelly has.
Yeah,
been.
he was a
That
high
is
school
correct.
coach
He was
in
high
Florida.
school. He won the state championship at Dunwoody High School
Yeah.
in the
But coaching
90s.
staff, you're
Yep.
exactly right now.
80s or
Y'all-
90s,
it-
yep.
it is y'all.
I think that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I think one of the things you think about that I think Coach Prime does very well is competition and tension. And what I mean by that, most people would think sometimes in this day and age those are two bad words, but they're not. And this is what I mean by that.
That's right.
What he does in competition for the team, he also does that for the coaches.
Absolutely.
That's right.
What he puts as far as tension for the team, he also does that for coaches.
That's right.
And what happens is that you end up rising through the cream
Correct.
or whatnot.
Cream
And-
rise to the top.
Cream rises to the top. And you find guys like Pollock, who's been here, and like Hilo, and other guys who were a part of the team making us better,
Right.
but so much so that they stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, hey man, I don't have to go outside to find something
Yeah.
that's going to make us better. It's already here.
Yep.
You know, because you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen how it works. Mentally tough, being able to follow directions, play the role, but then go outside the role and do more. What I mean by that? Well, you know, Coach Pollock was doing the analyst. He was doing those things. Then he started helping us with our understanding of the rules and those policies. But then on top of that, y'all have never been in the meeting, but I've been in the meetings. And he's in those meetings. He's giving very good positive input, whether it be confrontational, which you need,
Mm-hmm.
or whether it be supportive, which you also need.
Right.
But what it does is it says, man, there's a guy that's sharp. There's a guy that's mentally tough, and he can take a role and be good with it, knowing he's better than it. Okay, and then when the time is right,
What's
he
that?
rises to the top.
Well, you know what, too, I think Coach Prime also, he's like any other head coach. He likes working with people he knows and that he trusts and that he's comfortable with. And when you've already worked with guys and you can, rather than bringing someone on the outside you really don't know, and you can promote from within, I think he'd much rather do that. And I think too, our players, you know, with the roles that some of our guys have taken on for next year, they're already comfortable with those guys.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's
our
true, too.
defensive guys already know Coach Hilo. Our offensive line already knows Coach Gunner and Coach George. You know, a lot of the guys, you know, all the guys know me. And so I think when you can make that transition a little smoother by keeping familiar faces around that kids know and trust, and other coaches already know how to work with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our defensive staff already knows how to work with Coach Hilo. Our offensive staff already knows how to work with Gunner. So it's going to be it just makes for a smoother transition, and I think it makes for just a quicker transition into next year, and helping us achieve what we're trying to achieve.
And the belief, right? Like the
Yeah.
belief, like
Yeah.
everybody believes. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like, hey, if I work hard, this can happen for me.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's happened several times.
Exactly.
Like you don't get, aggravated like I've heard
Right.
on different other staffs
Sure.
and folks want
Yeah.
to get out of there because
Yeah.
maybe all this work now. They, you know what I'm
right.
saying? So that's
we've been here 2 years and it's happened twice.
That's right.
yeah.
Coach Prime has been if you take out that COVID season, right? He's been a head coach 4 years.
Right.
All right, 4 regular fall seasons.
Yes.
It's 5 counting that COVID one, but nevertheless, he's already produced 3 head coaches
Absolutely.
from his coaching tree.
Exactly.
So when you look at the internal advancement and the external advancement, it just says, why wouldn't I go work for that guy?
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I'm not gonna get just pushed into a position and stuck there. If I do my work, cream rises to the top.
Right.
I'm gonna go. I think, coaches, one thing gets lost in this football world that we live in the real world that we don't live in.
Right.
You can't be sensitive over here.
No.
Real world, if I
No.
sat here and said I like pizza, somebody hears, what Neely got against chicken?
Right.
Mhm.
I never said nothing about no chicken.
Mhm.
I said I
Right.
like pizza.
Mhm.
And so in here, when a guy moves up, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's horrible.
That's
Right.
right.
Like you just find where they fit best, and,
Right.
and Coach Prime is the best at that, man.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
No doubt.
He knows
I-
right where to
that's
put
good.
everybody.
You
know,
cannot
and
be
he,
sensitive.
and you know something, I tell you what, and Neely, I'm gonna give y'all credit because I listened to your show yesterday, with the DMVR boys,
Mhm.
and you alluded to something that Coach Sapp said that Coach Prime kind of piggybacked off
Yeah.
of when you talked to him, and it says something to the effect of it's not where you work, it's who you work for.
Yeah,
That's important.
don't choose your job, choose your boss.
That's right. Don't choose your job, choose your boss. And I'm gonna tell you what, we got a great one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's great at what he does. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to motivate you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I always tell people, man. I say, listen, when we got a few days off now, and he comes back, he's coming in hot.
Yeah.
He got to get it. He got to reel everybody back in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just to make sure everybody
Absolutely.
understands but it's good because a lot of times when people are away for a little time and you got a little time off or whatever, when you come back, you need to be reeled back in. You
Mhm.
need to be put back on task and say, hey man, it's just reminders. These are our goals. This is what we
Absolutely.
want to do. This is what we should be starting today.
Yeah.
It's not tomorrow. It's not the next day. I'm not going to give you a couple of days to get back into the work mode. I'm ready for it to go now.
I
And that's a
tell
good
him
thing.
that Canton, Texas is his mountain. And he said, what you mean? I said, you coming back with commandments.
There ain't no
Like,
doubt.
whenever you go home,
There ain't no doubt.
he coming back with
There ain't no
commandments.
doubt,
man.
buddy.
He gonna go
There
home,
is
take
no
notes,
doubt.
evaluate.
Yes.
When he get back here, it ain't no to-do list. This is like,
That's right.
This is already done, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
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 That's 100%
Yes.
correct.
He
Yes.
goes and recharges and he gets at it.
So like I say, we got back this past Sunday and we had our staff meeting. He came in, he laid all the expectations out. He went ahead and told everybody the new roles and what was going to happen. And we went to the team meeting and, we got a chance to introduce everybody and got to set the stage. And then, man, our new strength coach, boy.
Yeah. I want to hear y'all talk about that
Man.
as 2 former head coaches, as coaches here in No Ball.
Coach Swayze set the heat, man.
And I'm assuming y'all were like me, never heard him just do a presentation
I
before.
never met him.
What was
never
y'all
heard him.
takeaways from that?
Man, I tell you what, I was excited because to me, the most important thing that you can do for your football team is be physically prepared to play.
Mm-hmm.
From a strength standpoint, from a conditioning standpoint, because that guy is going to make us be able to physically compete at the top, but he's also going to keep our kids healthy.
Yeah.
And your best ability is availability.
Yeah.
So I think I was excited. I mean, I think he's going to bring some edge to our players. I think that they're looking at him, right. He's already established himself as the man that they've got to look to. Coach Hart's linebackers don't have to look to him all the time now. They're going to have to answer to that joker in that weight room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, of course, they're going to answer to him on the field and in his meetings and all that kind of stuff. But it's good to have another guy that's supporting what he's trying to do in his room, and developing the character and the edge that he needs him to have. Because that's hard to develop without the strength staff guy.
What about you, Coach?
Yeah, listen to his presentation when he came in. It gave me a mix of old school. It made me feel like I was back in that seat. when I started college and listening to my strength coach talk and understanding this man means business. But a lot of it was first discipline. The discipline part he talked about, I thought was very good. And then the clarity of understanding what you really want out of this. When he said to those guys, what you getting ready to do? Go home and order some wings and watch college football. Don't you play college football?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be in this game?
Ooh, boy,
you should be mad, but y'all finna get ready to go and order some wings and watching y'all satisfied. I ain't say when he said that,
yes, sir,
and you pictured that and you think about it, it was like, boy, he lit me up.
Yes, sir.
He lit a fire in me because one of the things I always say that I love about football is when winter's coming. And I say when winter's coming, you know, because you know at that point, a lot of the mighty have fallen.
That's
and
right.
it's only a few that's still out here blowing this whistle,
That's
coaching,
right. That's right,
and coaching ball. And you can think about it when you look over the land, you survey it. They at home, they at home, they at home.
Yeah.
That's right.
We still playing.
Yeah.
You know, and that to me always gets me jittery and fired up to know that I'm one of the few that is still standing. Our team is one of the few that's still playing. So when he said that about eating wings, I'm like, you're right. I'm mad. I don't want no damn wings.
Exactly right.
I don't want to watch the game.
When they call roll, you want to say here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's why we used to do in the playoffs when in high school. Every week at the playoffs, if we were practicing on Monday, we'd call roll. And we would just name schools around us that were taking up equipment that Monday. Or had already took it up.
I like that.
And, you know, we were saying here. So he's right. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. I was like, man, I'm not looking forward to that game now Monday night. You know, I was kind of, you know, ready to watch it. And I said, but this joker, he laid it out.
He laid it out, man.
And I appreciated that because I needed that.
It was good.
So another thing that was laid out, Coach Hart, if you would look over your left shoulder, and Coach Pollock, you look over your right shoulder. The other thing that was laid out is that the mission this year is to win the Big 12 championship, not just get there, and thereby go to the college football playoffs. Last year's goal, get Miss Peggy to a bowl game.
That's right.
Mission accomplished. This year's goal is another one of those.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
I agree.
And I'm gonna tell you what, we were, you know, we were so close this year. I could taste it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the kind of taste I wanted. So I'm definitely motivated to make sure we get that goal accomplished. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to be playing in AT&T Stadium in Dallas next December.
Yes, sir.
For the Big 12 championship.
Yes, sir.
I better clarify for the Big 12 championship. Yes, sir.
You're right. Which leads us into our next segment. Boy, I tell you, my phone has not stopped ringing about our possibility of going and coaching the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I'm talking about this thing has been ringing. Did he take the job? Yeah. Did he get a call? Yeah. Well, he might have got a call. I don't know. He ain't took no job. But I know what I do know. I'm going to be ready in marching orders to do a great job where I'm at. Yeah. And where am I? With the Colorado Bucks.
Here's my thing.
That's where I'm at, and that's what we're going to do.
And Neely pointed this out on the show also yesterday, and I think he's right. I said the man that walked in that meeting Sunday was talking like he's got every intention of winning the Big 12 here at the University of Colorado because that's all we talked about. Yeah, and everything there was no mention, nothing else. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gotta do to get there, and this is what I expect.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and just to clarify everything for everybody, you know, media it's their job to move the needle.
Sure.
They're gonna be talking about this for quite a while, and it'll be coming up. But here's two things I want people to understand, and why I don't worry about either one. One. The very first thing, he has worked and deserved every opportunity that he wants to take.
Correct.
And that's from the beginning of his life to what he's done now as a player, as a coach, as a father, and then as a leader of men.
That's right.
All right? You can't argue with that resume. No. The second part of that is I want everybody to understand that he also is not a person who needs to prove anything to anybody or take a job to prove his relevance in this game. He is not like any other coach.
Preach, coach.
Where he needs to go to a higher level to feel that he's a coach or that he knows football. If you know his resume, you know he's no football.
That's right.
If you know his coaching resume, as far as what he's done with teams who other people have felt were bottom of the rung or could not get it done, what he's done for those teams and for those players on those teams and for the coaches on those teams. So it's not about money. It's not about prestige. It's not about what level is better than the next or whatever, however you want to say it. It's about the kids really and him following the commandments that God has given him.
That's right.
That's truly what it's about for our Coach Prime, for this man.
That's correct.
Knowing him for 18, 20 years, you can put your money down on what I'm saying.
Yes.
That I'm true on that, okay? So.
And let's face it now.
Relax.
He you know, it's not like he took over 2 programs that were Ferraris and he turned them into a Lamborghini.
No, these were gremlins.
We took over Pintos.
Yes.
like we took over Chevelles.
Yeah.
I mean,
and before y'all get to hating on us, ain't nothing wrong with a Pinto or Chevelle or
they don't even make a Pinto anymore.
Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, I was 16. I drove a little Pinto and it got me to A to B where I need to go.
Right.
And I ain't had one girlfriend who didn't mind getting in.
Absolutely. You brought back memories. You said Gremlin. I used to love my Uncle Gremlin.
That's right.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Then they start getting hit in the back and explode.
Yeah. I had that F-100 with 3 on the column.
Okay.
That 3 on the column, baby.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I didn't mind riding uptown in it. It was brown, too.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It was brown. It was old.
It gets you A, B,
got
to C.
Me A to B.
And it did everything I needed to do. I got great memories in that.
That's right.
Yeah, one thing I know about the 3 of us in our individual collective relationships with him, we truly want the best for him.
Correct.
Yes.
And whether that best is retirement at home, going back to the Elf Network, going fishing, whatever, because you said it hard, he has deserved everything he got coming to him. You know, that's on that upside. And so I don't panic about it. I don't worry about it.
Yeah,
because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's right.
You're exactly right. It is what it is. I mean,
well, you know what? It's like this. I mean, listen, here's the deal. Let's face it. Coach Prime moves the needle. When the news cycle is talking about him, ESPN, Fox Sports, all them know if they can create a headline with his name on it, people are going to watch.
Views going up.
People are going to stop and watch. Any of these YouTube channels, the podcasts, everything out there, if they can put hashtag Coach Prime up on it and talk about him, more people are going to watch and more people are going to listen. And that's what it's all about a lot of times. I mean, heck, you got a guy here that, like I say, when his name is involved, the needle's going to be moved. And so, you know, anytime people can put his name in it, they're going to. I mean, listen, it's like this, man. I mean, listen, you know, if you're a guy and you walk in a restaurant or a bar or a club or whatever, and you got a girl on your arm, do you want a girl on your arm that's going to move the needle? Or do you want someone that when she walks in, there ain't nobody noticing? You know what I mean? He's going, when he walks in, people notice. You know, that's like when you walk in, you want people noticing your girl on your arm. You want people to stop and say, dang.
Do you want them to stop and say, man, her wig just blew off?
Exactly. You don't want her wig blowing off, man.
I just had to. It's windy out there. You know, he missed your girl.
You don't want her wig blowing off, man. Hey, listen. You want her looking good, and you want people to turn. You want her to turn heads.
Very lovely woman, by the way. We have not spoken since, but.
Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. Have y'all ever listened to the I
enjoyed the conversations.
I don't know if this is even going to be a thing by next week because, you know, they're shutting TikTok down.
I heard about that.
Y'all ever get on TikTok and listen to the second date update? There's a radio station out of Seattle. It's called it's Rick and Jewel or something and Jewel in the morning. And basically, like, you email and say, hey, man, I went out with this girl. She won't answer my text. Call me back. Can y'all get on the phone, find out what happened? You know what I mean? So like I say, you could get her on the second date update and let her know.
I know what happened. And
but does she know what happened?
Yeah, she know.
Okay.
I mean, I would. You know, I mean, I couldn't see how she couldn't have known what happened.
Well, let me go tell y'all. Y'all need to listen to that because that is comedy at his best.
Let me say this.
That was just so everybody knows. That was like a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I want everybody to
one thing
understand.
we got to remember.
Was it here in Boulder?
Huh?
Was it here in Boulder?
Denver.
It was in Denver.
That's what we got to remember. The whistle is growing.
No doubt.
And we can't assume that somebody watching right now remembers last year.
Absolutely.
So what we're talking about is Coach Hart was walking with a lady in Denver and the wind blew and her wig blew off. And we asked him, did he help her pick it up or chase it down?
No, I did not. I mean,
and she didn't get a second date either.
Well, yeah, okay. But I think at that point, you can't draw attention to it. It's like being on stage and someone's acting and someone falls or they misdo a line or something like that. You just got to keep going, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to keep going.
But one other thing that could happen on a date that's about as bad as that. That's if you were the girl.
That's not that bad.
If you were the girl passes gas in front of each other at the restaurant.
That's comfortable. I think that means you're comfortable.
No, bro.
I
done heard our dog talk about they can't no girl pass gas with him at a date.
Well, I mean, but I think if she does, I think she feels safe. She feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Secure.
I'm talking first date. I'm talking first date, man.
Well, I'm saying it still applies. If she feels like she does that, then shoot, y'all probably.
This coming from the dude that didn't call the girl back because her wig fell off now.
Well, but that's different. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. And I don't think she did either at the time. I mean, once that happened, you know what I'm saying? But what I did is I stayed in character, right? I didn't bring any attention to it.
Didn't make it worse.
Didn't make it worse as we.
You didn't put your foot on it?
No.
Roll down.
Because it kind of, as
sidewalk.
See, this part I never told y'all. This is over a year ago, but it blew that way, so it went in front.
You had to chase it
down. So no, we had to chase it. We just kept walking. She just kind of scoop
and score.
And scoop and score. I was very impressed by that, though. She scooped it, and
Because one thing I've seen you do in your linebacker drills, and that is, you teach them to palm the ball to the ground, like use the ground to help secure it.
Yeah.
Instead of batting it all around. So she
been learning. She palmed the wig.
And
scooped up, so it doesn't wobble on you.
Ma'am, if you watching, I apologize.
She ain't watching
this show.
I guarantee she ain't watching. If she is, we in trouble. But she ain't watching. And Uncle Neely is the one who started this.
It was relevant. He was talking about his analogy.
And Coach Pollock is the one who kept this going. As you see, I had nothing but great things to say. I think you did a great job.
Welcome. I just tell the people, welcome to season 6.
Welcome
and that
to
was
season
just episode 1
of The Whistle.
We are not incognito around here.